Hey, it's me, Wendy. I can get a little windy at times, but I just wanted to make a little video for you guys and just I don't know, talk to you guys about the Lord and about how much He's changed me and how much He's shown me and taught me and where He's brought me from, and He's totally changed me. I mean, He started telling me probably back in March. I had been with this guy for 15 years. I've got a video talking about my leap of faith, and but I was with this guy for 15 years, and I was scared to leave him because I didn't think I'd be able to make it on my own. I was always petrified that I wouldn't be able to make it on my own because I got a son, a 15-year-old son that lives with me, and I was scared that I wouldn't be able to take care of him by myself, support him and stuff. But my whole life I was always taught, even though I didn't read it in the Bible myself, because I didn't read the Bible because I'd start reading the Bible and I'd be totally lost. Before September of 2011, I was lost. Anytime I started reading the Bible. But, I would go off what everybody else tell me, and I always felt convicted in my spirit, too, that I was living with a man, and, I've been living with him for 15 years, and I always felt convicted over that. But the Lord told me back in March, around March, springtime, that He was going to do something totally different with me in my 40th year. He's going to start in my 40th year. I mean, that's the 40 is a very significant number in the Bible. Jesus went to the wilderness for 40 days. He was on the earth for 40 days after his resurrection. The flood, Noah, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights. There's a lot of significance in the number 40, and He told me that whenever I turned 40, which was July the 23rd of this year, that He was going to change my life, and boy, did He ever. He really changed my life. Because I was always scared to leave this man, and so in like June, probably May or June, I opened my mouth and I told James, the guy that I was living with, I told him, I said, by the time I'm 40, if you haven't committed to me, if you haven't given me a commitment, married me, whatever, I'm gone. I'm going to be gone. And I was thinking to myself, I cannot believe that just came out of my mouth. I can't believe I just said that. Am I going to stick to that? Because I can't lie. I'm not going to lie because God doesn't want me to do that. But am I going to be able to stick to that? And so from that point on, I was kind of, thinking, am I going to be able to stick to that? Is that really something that I'm going to be able to do? And then everything just kind of fell into place. Before, where it was really hard for me to leave him, to be able to find a place to live and be able to get the money up to, pay whatever I needed to pay to get things turned on at another place and all this. It was just very difficult. And this time, whenever, all of it was going on, it was very smoothly falling into place, like all the pieces were falling into place. And I held on to the Lord during it, as I still do. And He told me, He said, Wendy, if you just trust me and you step out and out of the boat, be like Peter, have faith, and step out and trust me. I will help you. And He has. He's helped me so much. I mean, there's been times that, well, let me finish. I've got a story about me stepping out in faith on Facebook, and I mean not on Facebook, but on YouTube, and it's talking about me leaving, and I can't really remember all of what it says, but I turned 40 on July the 23rd of this year, but I moved out the 19th of July. So, and during all this, it was just like I was floating and somebody else was carrying me the whole way. And I know that it was the Lord. He was carrying me the whole way because it was so easy for me to go. And then once I got out, it was hard because, you know, Satan was really working on me then and stuff, trying to get me to turn back. And he will do that. He will try. And I mean, there's a lot of things that people don't do because of fear. And this was one of the scariest times of my life to step out on my own. Because I've been with somebody, you know, I got married when I was 17 or 16. And I've pretty much been with somebody throughout my whole life. And this is the first time I've really been on my own. But I'm really not on my own because I'm relying on God for everything. And I mean, I don't make a lot of money. You know, I work every day. I live from day to day, from paycheck to paycheck. And there's been a lot of times that I haven't had, you know, I didn't know where I was going to get the money for, you know, our food. God always comes through. He always comes through. He, just like one day I was wondering, I was starting to panic, you know, wondering where I was going to get food for the next week for me and my son. And I was on my way home, and I said, Lord, I don't know how you're going to do it. I really don't know how, but I know that you're going to help me because you told me that you would, and you stick by your promises. And you told me that you would help me, and I know somehow, some way, you're going to help me. Well, whenever I came home, laying on the coffee table was $100 Visa card from a modem that I had paid off when I didn't realize that I was going to be able to get, you know, the modem money back or whatever. I got the money back on that card, and I was able to use that money to make it through the week. And I mean, that's just amazing. I mean, God did that. And you know, I mean, every time I put my faith in Him, every time He comes through for me. And He has, and He will continue to come through for me. I have faith in Him, and my faith grows every day. Every single day my faith grows. He's just amazing. I really hope that you guys are able to find Him and latch on to Him and be with Him and talk to Him and spend your time with Him and turn the TVs off and not pay attention to that and just find that peace and the love that God has for us. And you know, something dawned on me the other day. Moses in the wilderness, whenever him and the Israelites were in the wilderness, they were in the wilderness for a reason. Because the less you have, the less material things that you have, the closer bond you're going to have with the Lord, because that's whenever you cry out to Him the most, is whenever you need Him. So, you know, this is my wilderness. You know, whenever we're first, you know, whenever we're first finding our relationship with the Lord and learning Him, trying to get to know Him, we're in the wilderness, and I'm definitely, I'm in the wilderness now because I'm always needing Him. And I don't have a lot of materialistic things. I have, gotten rid of a lot of stuff that I had. And a lot of the luxuries and stuff that I had before, I obviously do not have now. But I don't find myself worrying all the time about it because I know that God's going to come through for me. If I abide in Him and I seek His face and not the things that He can give me, it'll be all right. So, I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you guys and get you guys to be aware that I know that there's a lot of things that you may be scared of doing in your life, but you feel the urge to do them, that you need to do them, but you fail to do them because you're scared to. But if you put your faith in God, and not just like fly by night faith in God, not just like I have faith in God, and then just not really, and then just go, watch TV or whatever, just, pop in a movie and watch it, or put your headphones on and listen to some music or whatever, and just say you got faith in God and just go on with it. Go on with your normal daily thing. Your faith in God is built up every day that you spend time with Him, that you talk to Him, that you read the Bible, and you get to know Him. And He is a physical, spiritual, you can feel Him. I can feel Him in my spirit. I hear Him. I know His voice. Like being obedient. And there's been people that's told me, being obedient is going to church. Yeah, okay, you can be obedient and go to church. But being obedient is also the smallest things, such as, I don't know, going to the bathroom at work and seeing somebody's thrown a paper towel and it's landed outside the garbage can, and you look at it, or I look at it and I think, well, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not going to touch it. Somebody else wiped their hands on it or whatever, so I'm not going to touch it. But cleanliness is next to godliness. And, I'll hear Him tell me, pick it up and put it in the garbage. And if I walk by and I try not to pick it up and put it in the garbage, I feel that, I know He's telling me, now, just go pick that up and put it in the garbage. Come on, just go pick it up and put it in the garbage. So whenever I do, I feel better. It's going the extra mile for the Lord. It's like putting your buggy in the little buggy cart holder at Walmart. I used to set my buggy next to my car or whatever and get in the car and say, oh, whatever, they'll come out and get it. Now, if I have to walk across the parking lot to put it in there, I'm going to do it because I feel the Lord telling me to do it. If I'm out in public and I see somebody and the Lord tells me to go tell them something, I do it. Because I feel Him telling me to do that. I have to be obedient. That's being obedient. the walk with the Lord is it's truly a totally different experience than just living out here in everyday life. I mean, living in everyday life without the Lord is just so petrifyingly scary to me to think about it now. I mean, I look back and I think, how did I ever make it without Him? Because now I go every minute of every day. I'm thinking about Him. You know, it's just, even while I'm at work, I'm thinking about the Lord. I'm thinking about Him. I want to know Him. I can't let go of Him. I have this peace in me, and if I feel that peace start to leave, I know that I'm doing something that I'm not supposed to be doing it. So, I don't know. I hope this video helped you guys. I said that I was going to be making more videos, and I am. I'm going to be more dedicated. Whenever I first moved out on my own, I was, trying to date and trying to, I don't know, find somebody to be with and to talk to and stuff. And I realized that the Lord wants me to talk to Him. He wants me to use this time to talk to Him, to get to know Him. And it will help me. And it does. And so now I take all the time that I have, and I read His Word. I talk to Him. I listen to Him. I feel Him. I want every minute of my day to be Him. And I really feel like He wants me to take the time to help you guys and to talk to you guys and to show you guys what He's done for me. So maybe you guys will have the courage to do the things that He needs you to do for Him. To know that He will be there for you, because He will be. He's promised us that He will be there if we put our faith in Him. He's at the door knocking. Let Him in, because it is a ride that you will not regret. You will not regret it at all. A lot of things in life that I've done that I regretted. But this is definitely not one of them, because He is truly amazing. I love Him so much. I love you guys so much. And shalom.